Okay, the first task we're going to do today is cleaning the washrooms. First thing we're going to do is put on our PPE. There are two types of PPE. We have the marigold style type, and we also have latex or nitrile or vinyl gloves. The way to put on your gloves is if you cuff the gloves, first of all, give them a shake, and then just hold them together and make sure the fingers inflate. If all the fingers are inflated, then there's no perforations in the glove, and then they're safe to put on. Whilst putting on your gloves, when you've actually got them on, just double check there's not any tears in the gloves after you've put them on. If there is any tears, straight away take the gloves off and put them in the bin and replace with new gloves. And the same goes for the marigold style as well. So once they're on, just give them a check, make sure there's no tears in them, and you're ready to carry out the task. What we need to do is sight a safety sign out the washroom, outside the washroom. That will alert anyone coming towards the washroom that there is a hazard, i.e. a staff member working or a damp floor. Always put the safety sign somewhere so that it's not obviously where someone can trip over the safety sign, but obviously it shows that someone's working in the washroom. Okay, the equipment we need for the task is a hand bucket. We need 2 microfiber red cloths. We need a scourer. The chemicals we need are Celgene Ultra in concentrate form. We need ACT. We need an empty spray bottle, and we are going to dilute this product into this bottle. Okay, we're going to mix up the Celgene Ultra into a spray bottle. First thing we need to do is remove the trigger, and always put water in the bottle first and then put the chemical in. Put the water into around about this level here, and then we're going to look at our dilution chart and dilute the chemical. Okay, so we're going to put our bottle on the side, pick up our chemical. Okay, we're just going to check our dilution chart, and we'll follow along the chemical we need, and we'll look for dilution rate to spray bottle. It indicates 1 Pelican pump, so we're going to have 1 push of the pump into this bottle. Okay. And before we go out to the washroom, we're going to check that the actual spray bottle is working okay with the trigger. So angle it downwards, make sure that it is on, angle it down and pull the trigger. And as you can see, that's working correctly. Next thing we're going to do is fill up our bucket with water first and then the chemical. We're going to put 5 litres of water in. Okay, checking on our dilution chart, we're looking for a hand bucket, and it says we need 4 Pelican pumps of the chemical. Okay, we have 4 Pelican pumps in there. We're just going to put the scour in, and then as you can see we have 2 cloths. What we are going to do is use the technique clean to dirty. So we're going to clean items like the actual sink, hand soap dispensers, door handles. We're going to clean all those clean items first, and then we're going to clean the sanitary items like toilet bowls and urinals. So what we're going to do, the one that we clean toilet bowls and urinals with, which is obviously the dirty side of the cleaning. We're going to leave this one in situ on the side, and we're going to put this one in, which we're going to clean the clean items like the wash basin and obviously door handles and hand soap dispensers. Okay. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is put the Act descaler down the toilets. So the first thing we're actually going to do is put the lid down on the toilet so that nothing comes out of the toilet as we flush it. Obviously, as the toilet is now being flushed, we can lift the lid again. And we're going to open the bottle of Act and just put the Act around the toilet bowl. We're going to leave that for contact time, and that will be the last thing we actually do before we obviously go out of the washroom. Okay, if there was any limescale around the tap area around the bottom here, we'll apply the Act around the bottom first of all and leave for contact time. Never put the Act over the actual tap itself, just put it around the bottom. If there is any limescale at the actual plug, you can put that there as well, but we're just going to leave this for contact time here. The next thing we're going to do is spray the area we're going to clean. Obviously we would clean the entirety of all these sinks and the splashback areas and soap dispensers. For the video, I'm just going to show one sink, soap dispenser, splashback and surrounding area. The first thing we actually do is spray the chemical. The reason we do that is to leave it for contact time. This will mean 99.999% of bacteria will be killed. Then we'll move into the actual toilet area. And we will spray the entirety of the toilet. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is what we described earlier. Is clean to dirty. That's how we're going to clean. The first job we're actually going to do is make sure that we clean any hand contact points. Remove the cloth, tightly wring the cloth out so you've got no drips. Always fold the cloth into four. The reason we fold the cloth into four is it gives us 4 contact points. So we've got 1, 2, and when we open it up and turn it around, we've got 3 fours. We've got 4 contact points before we need to go back in the bucket. Every time you put this cloth in the bucket, it removes dirt, debris, bacteria, virus off of the cloth and holds it in suspension in the bucket. Also, it will actually clean your gloves as well at the same time. So now we're going to go to the hand contact point on the door. And we're going to wipe actual hand contact point and surrounding area. Turn the cloth over, open the door, and we're going to clean this area here as well, and the surrounding area. Okay, now what we're going to do, we've left the Act for contact time around the lime scale. We'll remove our scourer. And we gently go around the base of the tap. Just agitate and you should remove the lime scale that's there. Once you've removed the lime scale, you can gently use the scourer over the tap, put back into the bucket, and with your cloth just remove the excess lime scale. Okay. And if we need to, we can apply more of the Celgene Ultra if that has dried out in the time that we've left it contact time. If not, then we can actually clean the sink. What we're going to do is clean the surrounding area and work our way into the sink. So we'll start with the splashback area. Always clean from the bottom and work the way up. The reason for that is it stops any tear stains, which is basically where the chemical falls down, obviously on the actual tile area, dry, and it will leave a mark. Turn over and we can now clean the soap dispenser. Then, as we were saying, we can open up our cloth to use the other two sides. We can clean the surrounding area here. Use the other side. And then go back into the bucket. As we said before, every time you do this, it will take all the virus, bacteria, dirt off of the cloth and hold it in suspension in the water. Okay, all into four again, and now we can actually clean the sink area. Okay, you can press the tap on just to rinse away any residue of chemical, and that will be hygienically clean. Next thing we're going to do is clean the surrounding area. And as we said, always work from the bottom upwards. Swapping over the cloth to the other side. Okay, now what we're actually going to do is wipe over the vinyl. So again, we're going to start from the outside and work our way in. Turn our cloth over. And as we said, we can open up our cloth to the next side. Okay. Okay, we're now going to clean the toilet, and we're going to work from the bottom and work our way upwards, and then obviously into the actual toilet bowl itself. Again, just turn the cloth as you need to. Anytime you need to, go back into the bucket. And as we said before, bacteria, virus, dirt and debris will be removed from the cloth and held in suspension in the bucket. And fold into four. Again, turn the cloth to the next side. And wipe around there, you can flush the unit. Okay. Okay, the last job we're going to do is we're going to brush the act around the toilet bowl, making sure we get rid of as much lime scale as possible. And once we've done that, we flush the toilet and we'll hold the actual brush under the flush to clean it out. Always flush the toilet. Okay, we're just going to give the sanitary bin a very quick wipe over. We do not open the lid and go inside, just the outside of the bin. Start from the bottom and work your way up. Turn in the cloth as and when you need to. Okay. The last thing we're going to do, if you have spilled or splashed any water onto the floor, is just spot clean the floor. With the mop itself, always spin the mop, it gives you the biggest area, and then just clear up any drips on the floor. Okay, if the floor is damp, please leave the safety sign in situ and only remove the safety sign when the floor is completely dry and all your equipment is out of the washroom. Okay, last job you're going to do, please empty your bucket. Refill with clean water. Sluice around. And then take your cloth and you're going to clean the bucket from the outside in. As you clean the handle, check the handle is secure, turn the cloth over, and then you can clean the inside of the bucket. Once that job is done, rinse your cloths out. Wring out the cloth as tightly as you can, and then simply either hang the cloth up or hang the cloth over your bucket to air dry. If you're wearing the disposable gloves, take the gloves off, turn them inside out as you're taking them off, and simply dispose of those in the bin. The last thing after you remove your gloves, carry out hand hygiene, washing your hands for 20 seconds. And once you've actually done that, dry your hands, and then if you have available, apply hand sanitizer.